We really like to build on communities' ideas and then support them to be able to scale up their projects and to achieve the impacts that they want. Vancity Community Foundation has in its mission taking the role of a catalyst, and we really take this role seriously and apply it to how we work with community.
They're really kind of looking at the cutting edge of, you know, development in the city and where the city's going, what do people need.
Farm folk, city folk, and organizations like Vancouver Farmers Market have really increased the awareness of the importance of local food security and local food production, and they're really working to ensure that that continues.
It started in 1995, and it started by Herb Barbalet, who discovered that people weren't really conscious and aware at that time of how important it was to actually support a local food system. In fact, food wasn't even on the agenda of the environment. People didn't make the connection between food and health. They didn't make the connection between agriculture and the environment. And all of those things have changed really dramatically. I think there's two ways that Vancity Community Foundation help us, and one is that they create a named fund, as they call it, an endowment, which then if people donate to that endowment, we can be funded in perpetuity. And the other is we can use the interest to support community farms' work, and they will actually work out something with the principal so that that could be leveraged in some way to support people wanting to purchase land.
They've also been great with just sort of bouncing ideas off of. There's information and workshops and technical support as well for the kind of work that we do. I'd like to thank the Vancity Community Foundation for all of their dedicated efforts towards building a local food system that is viable and that actually works.
One of the struggles that I and others in the community had was finding places that we could take beverage containers back to get the refunds on the deposits that had been paid on them. A group of us started to talk about how maybe we could do something to change how that worked. At that point, we weren't really thinking of United We Can like you see it today. We were just thinking, how can we make some changes to that system? In the early going, when we were trying to set up the bottle depot, needless to say, we didn't have a lot of dough. I mean, we're dinners and we're scratching in the garbage to try and get enough money to get us through the day.
We made a loan to Ken and said, but we won't charge any interest. So let's see what happens a year out. We can make it callable. So in fact, we were making a de facto grant. Ken was so moved, he was in tears, that someone trusted him that much, and we did. There was no way that he would ever let us down.
I ended up sort of getting a lot of personal support, and even in times when I was emotionally taxed, David was there for me.
Ken came to see us in July of the year and said, it's time to pay back the loan. And I said, do you need it again for another year? He said, yeah, we do. So we did another year.
United We Can has been a leader in demonstrating an approach to rejuvenating a community.
We're very excited about not only our past and our present, but our future, given that Ken has really laid a solid groundwork for us to be able to grow even more and produce even more job opportunities here in the downtown Eastside.
Vancity Community Foundation was instrumental in getting us to think about marketing and communications and how we got the message out about what we were doing.
And Ken said they put up a box in the corner and said, when you guys come in the morning, wet and soaked and being out, put a few empties in the box, and we'll take them over to the daycare so they can have a Christmas party they might not otherwise have. And on Christmas Day, they stayed open. And a number of people just showed up and just drank coffee. And Ken said a couple of people were sober. And he said, the first time we've been sober in a long time, because that box in the corner, you asked us to act like adults. You know, at Christmas time, we're normally the recipients of things. You asked us to give to children. That's what we're supposed to do. And the gift was complete.
Positive social change really is possible, and in order to affect it, one has to act. One has to first believe that it's possible, and then one has to act on it. We can make a difference if we act together and believe that that can work.